Hey ho! So we're hosting our Wizard Amigos weekly meetup in 5 minutes or so. So I'm just trying to stream it so that we can record it. I'm sharing my screen on Jitsi and streaming it on Facebook. It's a coffee and chat meetup if anyone wants to. You can watch it from Facebook, but if you go to meet.jit.si/wizardamigos, you can also talk and share a little bit what you're doing and how you are and so on. So what are we having today? Let me just check. We have it on GitHub.
I don't see the live.
Are you sure? On Wizard Amigos?
Maybe I can't see it.
Why not?
You try it in the commenter.
So we have com. This is our today's. So is this going live? Let me just see. Got it.
I don't see the live.
I see that there is one viewer. It says so. Obviously it is live, I guess.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. You can share the screen. Capture all the sounds.
I have here the headphones and the microphone.
I don't know.
How would we mute each other? Like, why would I know?
I don't know. So okay, let me send a reminder on Discord with a link. So Wizard Amigos, this is also our Discord chat with like lots of channels. So these are like the general topics, and these are like the main cities that we are present in, and the topics for learning and discussing. So anyone is welcome to join here. Events, come join. So if I would want to see any comments, here would be the comments, I guess. Okay. So if somebody comments on the live stream, I'll probably get a comment here. So let's also share on Twitter. So did you talk to Max? Max is joining us, right? Max.
That's what he said.
Okay. Are you in already? No. So I want to share this also on Twitter. Hey Max.
Hello.
Hi ho. I didn't know that you can put just the initials in MW.
Yeah. So it's Max U, so it will be MW
Yeah.
there.
So when you join, it just asks you for your name and you just do MW.
No, I actually input Max U. So they approved for me being MW this time. I didn't say that, but anyways.
Okay, maybe yeah, because you don't have a video, then it takes the initials or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Mute to be able. We are in the same room, so it's an echo.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't even know how to fix this. I mean, Alex is having the headphones, but I guess it's still I don't know. Why
It's the microphone.
his microphone is catching?
Yeah. If this microphone is catching something in the same room, that will be in a loop.
Okay, so Alex, you could basically mute your microphone. You could mute yourself.
Yeah.
Then just join and mute, and then you can be heard here. So yeah, we're live streaming and recording, so I don't know. Can you mute yourself, Alex?
I'm trying. I am. Why is it not?
How could this be? I think, yeah, it's weird, right?
Oh, annoying. Can I?
That's pretty weird.
Okay, now I unmute it, and now it's okay. So,
Alright.
so what did you do, Alex?
I don't know.
Alex got his vaccine yesterday, so
Yeah.
he's still alive.
I think
I
I'm
feel a
a
little
little
bit
tired.
tired.
Do you get vaccinations in Taiwan against COVID?
Yeah. I'm in town now. Yes.
What, like everyone is getting it the same as in Europe? Yes, or
You mean other members?
I mean, here is like kind of everyone is getting the vaccine, like older, younger, everyone. So, but I haven't seen any of my friends from Taiwan posting that they would be getting a vaccine. So I don't know.
Yeah. We actually our nation by not much. I mean, few vaccines. So I think people just getting started. So because we don't have a lot of people getting infected.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people are not very interested in getting vaccines. And yeah, but in these days, I mean, yesterday or the past week, we actually have some infections inside community, and that's more serious. So people are trying to get vaccine these days. So maybe it will be better. But our infection number is relatively low compared to other countries, so I think that's okay. And yeah,
There is no hurry in vaccinating because yeah, there is lack of vaccines and probably they go first to the countries that need it most, Europe and America.
yeah, exactly. And we actually have some hard time to purchase those vaccines because we're not joining like WHO or other national organizations. So buying those vaccines, we only can contact those drug manufacturers, and yeah, we need to queue, and we can get those. That's pretty, yeah.
That's crazy because Taiwan is not internationally recognized by all the countries. You cannot be in the World Health Organization or what?
Yeah, because that because there is a big country trying to pull we away from those organizations.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's very crazy. Yeah. We've been trying to join WHO already 5 to 10 years, but they just can't accept us. I have no idea why. But
yeah, because China is always saying like, really, you want to accept them? You want to recognize them? I don't know if we like that.
yeah.
And they are somehow a big country, so I can understand. If you all want, I mean, we're like kind of 5-6 minutes past. We can start, and if somebody joins later, we can. Just to save everyone's time. Do we just want to make like a little hello from everyone, just to know where you are at and what you're doing and what brought you here and so on? Do you want to start, Joshua? Maybe, Jem?
Sure. You me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I work with Alex and Nina on that. Currently based in Berlin, which means my Wi-Fi might stop and I might go offline at any point.
Third world country.
Yeah, really. Yesterday I tried to have a call with some friends and I was like offline 80% of the time. It was great. If you don't really know what else to say.
That's cool. Do you want to go next? Castarco.
Yeah, okay. My name is Andreu. I'm from Barcelona, living in Berlin as well. Actually, I met you once, I think, that you came, you visited Berlin. I told you a story about a guy who called the keys of a place. I don't know if you remember. Anyway.
Who, me or Joshua? Or Alex?
You.
Shit.
Yeah.
Where did we meet?
Yeah, that weird guy that was in charge of the meetings of Wizard Amigos at Berlin.
Okay.
Before it was closed.
Yeah. Was it Pepe?
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Anyway, so
But did we meet in person or just online?
in person.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Did you present also a startup idea or some kind of?
No, not at all. No, just there visiting. So yeah, I work on software development, backend mostly, sometimes data, and now I'm tinkering with a lot of Rust, and nothing else.
Sweet. What do you do with Rust? Just like.
So I have a project that it's not very well maintained. It's some sort of virtual env, but for Docker environments. It's called Avatar CLI. And besides that, now I started a couple of interrelated projects. They are very simple. One is called Notar, and the other one is called Versioner. It's for semantic versioning, but instead of, if you know commit-exam for JavaScript or Node, it's kind of the same, but for Rust. That's what I'm doing now. Just playing around with CLI libraries and so on for Rust.
Joshua is also working with Rust in our project, but building basically a blockchain backend for the .dot project.
Okay.
So kind of interesting. Yo!
Yeah. Hi.
So we have Chris.
I'm Chris.
Hi. Then, I don't know, we are just having a round of introduction. Just Max maybe can introduce himself, and then we can go to Chris.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Max. I am the CEO of HackMD. So we're basically building a product that can support developers to have a collaborative markdown and actually helping people write notes or documentation together, and you can easily manage them with GitHub or version controls and everything you want with Markdown. Yeah, I will demonstrate later.
Sweet. Thanks. Chris, do you want to say hi?
Yeah, hey, I'm Chris. I know our dear organizer here for over 10 years, I think, before she became a programmer, and we recently touched base again because I'm also in the like interested in crypto decentralization, and I'm working on an edtech product right now. So looking forward to see what you all are up to, and just like be part of the community of it.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, we met with Chris in Berlin also. Like Berlin is obviously the meeting point. Before I even started coding, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm like a digital nomad. I'm leaving Berlin now, and I'm going to, I don't know, Spain or Portugal." And I was like, "Wow, digital nomad!" And yeah, 13 years ago or something. Yeah, it's a long time.
I don't know, it's been a while.
Totally.
Yeah, so Spain didn't last long, but then I went to Asia for a few years, and now I'm in Bulgaria actually also for a few years.
Oh,
so not so much nomading, but
sweet.
Looking forward to be able to travel again. Yeah.
Thanks for joining. Really sweet. Alex, do you want to say hi? That's so that I don't always forget you.
Like I say, I work with them now a lot, and we said and I'm also a programmer, of course, not just mainly.
Just that we have a horrible echo. That's the sad part. But okay. So yeah, basically we last time already invited Max because he's working with HackMD, and HackMD has a open source part called CodiMD, and he said that he could show us this part so that we could kind of even host our own HackMD locally and like play with this a little bit. So if Max, you want to share this with us, this would be really sweet. I'm really looking forward to learn more about this.
Yeah, no problem, for sure. So basically, HackMD was an open source project when I was a student, and it became better and better, and we decided to have an enterprise version for it. And so today, we still maintain the open source version. It's now called CodiMD, and I'm very pleasure to show how to host the one for yourself or for your team, your colleagues, your friends, anyways. Okay. So yeah, everyone can see my screen, right? Okay. So can I get started?
Totally, yes, please.
Okay, good. So you visit GitHub and hackmd.io/CodiMD here, and I will demonstrate how to host by yourself with Node.js directly. So the best way is to click the documentation right here. We put a link on the right side here, so you can just click it, and you can see the manual here. There's a lot of things you can set up for it. There's a lot of configurations. So maybe we should scroll down and select CodiMD manual deployment. And there's step-by-step manual for you. So we need at least Node.js 10, and I think up to 12 now. And we need the database. It mostly can be Postgres or MySQL. I will use Postgres today. I will recommend Postgres as well. And for sure we need npm. And most of our scripts are built for Bash. So, but if you're using Windows, maybe there's something might broken, and you can report issue here. And for building CodiMD, we need at least 2 gigabytes RAM because the Webpack and the compression needs a lot of memories to do. Okay, so first thing, please clone the repo.
I would participate and follow along, but I don't have Postgres, so I will just watch for now, I think.
We'll
record it, so I'll try it later, I guess. Or see if I can switch it out for some other database.
Currently only Postgres and MySQL. And I just cloned it, and we need to go into that directory. And then we have a script to set up those things for use. Is just use Bing setup because you need to wait. So the latest version is 2.4.1, and we released that version 2 days ago. Yeah.
Okay, so CodiMD is also up to date.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sweet. And this is what HackMD is using in the background.
We forked from a very long time ago. We forked one of the company for a long time ago. Yeah. So it's a separate repository, but I have to say the core or the core library are mostly the same. Yeah, because the collaborative part is the same.
Cool. Do you all use HackMD? No?
No, not really.
But you know it?
Yeah, I was aware of it. It's quite nice.
Yeah, we've been using it for the last 3-4 years, like in the Ethereum Foundation and even now with our project. Joshua, in Parity, do they use HackMD also? Maybe Joshua is not next to the mic.
Okay, so after you're done set up the script, after running the setup script, now you need to do some configurations. Like there's two files. One is config.json, another one is the serialized RC. And so this is the configuration for CodiMD, and another one is a configuration for the database connection string. So I'm opening VS Code to open that project, like this one. Okay, so basically it will be like this: the config.json and the serialized RC. So we need to change those configuration according to your need, but basically what we need to change is here, because we're running this project in development mode, basically. So the first is to change the database configuration. It's really easy. You just need to copy path from the production. You see, we use Postgres dialect, and the port will be 5432, host, the database, the username, and the password. You can check your database right here, like here. We have a CodiMD database already, and make sure those information correct, and also the serialized RC. We use DB-URL here. Anyways, the next step will be running build script from npm. We just need to do this. With this command, it's basically using Webpack to bundle all the front-end assets and compress, and maybe adding some hashes. So your browser can load those front-end packages faster. This part will need more memories, and we need to wait for a few minutes.
How do I install the Postgres? I was doing Ruby in the past, but now I don't do anything with databases anymore.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I mean, it is a database, but it's a blockchain and peer-to-peer as a database. So this is what I'm wondering, if I could connect it to Hypercore protocol. But first I would need to try with the Postgres, or probably there are some easy tutorials to do this, right?
Yeah.
Or not?
It will probably be too hard to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've done building those assets. Now we actually can try to run it. So you can just use node.js, or you can use check the package.json. You can use npm start. So wait. Okay. This is not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Here, or you can just use npm start. the thing is, I need to use no version 10 because the current no version I have is 8. So make sure you switch to no 10 here. Okay, now the no version is 10. So we can use npm start. Okay, so the server is running now. We'll be listening at the localhost 3000 port. So you can visit from your browser. You have your own HackMD now. Okay, so you can explore the features right here. Yeah, yeah, that's
crazy. That's really
it's
cool.
full-fledged. Yeah, that's full-fledged. Or everything you have mostly at HackMD, but you can host in your laptop, so in your local network easily. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, but we need to do more. Because currently you see there's no way to create a node. And for assigning, okay. Let me show you how to do that. So firstly, we need to add, let's look at the documentation. And we scroll to the configurations. Here, the configurations overview. The firstly, if you want to let everyone who can access your instance to create a node, anonymously. So here, if you want to allow, like the default, it's not allowing anyone, on the internet to create a node in your instance. If you're going to make that happen, you can set up auto anonymous group like this one. So you need to restart your instance.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. So basically you are creating the whole instance so other people can also use it. It's not just for your own personal use. You have
exactly, yes. Yes, it's full-fledged HackMD actually. So here, if you have this configuration turned on, you can use to create a new guest node. So this node won't be on it to anyone, but anyone can create and share this node with the URL to you, basically. Yeah. Another important configuration to have is a session secret. So you can see a warning here, I think. So session secret is not set. It's not set. So this is a thing that you have a sign-in session because you have a cookie. And what if other people have your cookie? So the session secret is designed for decoding your cookie at the back end. So every instance should have a different session cookie. Session secret. So let's set up it. Again, you can look at the documentation here. The session secret is here. And you should set up the session secret to be anything, any string you want. Okay, so let's restart it. Let's just have a fixed session secret, so every time you restart your server, you won't need to sign in again. Okay, and another thing is the email registration. So you can search in the documentation email. So it's email here. So if you want to turn on email registration, you need to have this config email true. And also remember to restart your server. Alright. So click the sign button and you can register anything you want. Click register on the bottom right and sign with the email and the password you just input. And click sign. So you now have your own node space, I think. So there's nothing to look at the moment, but you can create a node. So yeah, that's basically what you have here. But I know that you can change your information right here, and you can publish it as a static page, and you can share anywhere if your instance is public. And also we have a revision. So the first revision is empty. That's we want, because we automatically have another revision when you restart your instance or after 5 minutes.
How do you do revisions? Is this like a Git or?
No, it's actually we have a we're saving in the database. We will have a diff comparison after a few minutes. Like let's see, can I trigger that? Is it just maybe not? You can, if you look at the database, you will see the revisions. So it's records there. It's not Git. Because Git is not fast enough. For collaboration, every character need to save in few seconds. So Git won't able to do that. So use database.
Do you have? Is it possible to edit the nodes simultaneously by different people at the same time?
Pardon?
I don't know if you heard me. So is it possible that many people can edit the file at the same time with this tool?
Yes. So it's collaborative markdown. So if I can share this node to you, but unfortunately my IP is not public right now, so you can't do it. But if you are at a local network, we can editing this file together. Yeah. Can you open a second browser window with yourself?
Oh, what is? Are you sharing some? Who was typing? Were you typing, Max?
I was typing.
Sorry.
Not funny.
Sorry, I was looking for the algorithms because I was reading some time ago about these algorithms used for collaborative editions, and they were pretty interesting.
It's very interesting as the algorithms. It's called operational transformation.
Yeah. But there are two classes of algorithms, right? There are these ones, and there's another one that's more difficult to implement, but
yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I have to say that most of the collaboration technique right now is still OT. A few of them using CRD at the moment. I believe Google are using OT. Yeah. Anyway, so I know.
Can you open a second browser window?
Can I open another browser window?
You're very quiet, Alex. Can you make it a bit louder or speak?
Collaborate with yourself, to edit and collaborate with yourself, maybe with the second browser window.
Another
just
browser
to just to show that it's kind of a collaborative tool, because that
I can show you.
you simulate another user.
Okay, I can show you on the HackMD now. If you are willing to try, because it's probably now. It's mostly the same here. Yeah, it's yeah. Make sure you're here. Helen. Yeah, it's basically the same you can see. Yeah, so I'm trying to show you how to import a single document right here. Like if you have a file that is marked down, like this README, right? You can just drag and drop, and yeah, you have a markdown editor right now, and we have a toolbar. It's very convenient.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're using it for like co-working all the time, because like Google Docs and stuff like that. Yeah, but this is Markdown. So at the end, you can even export it to GitHub and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, we have a dark mode, but I have to say, because we have a lot of features, so make sure you look at the features page. You also can use this to
make slides. Like I know people giving small talks. Slide sample or slide sample. Oh, where is that? Where is that? Let me look at it.
Yeah, you can just create it there and then like this.
Yeah, like this one. But this is not really slide. You can use slide mode. Sorry, it's P. I forgot the URL. So when you're writing something like this, and use the separators, and then you can use menu, slide mode, and turn your node into a slide now. It's, we use rebuild.js. That's very neat library. I like that.
No, what I really like about HackMD is also that you can just share a link and the other person doesn't have to log in. They can be anonymous. And they can still write, right? Even if they're anonymous. Yeah. They just can't create a new...
Yeah, that's right. For HackMD, there are more... I need to change the language. Wait a minute. Let me change the language. Language for people can understand it. Okay, so for HackMD, there are more permissions to say you can alter. I mean, read, write, or a different kind of owner, sign users, everyone, and also you can invite certain people. And also you can have a different permission for common things.
Wow,
yeah.
I didn't know this exists. Wow, this is cool.
Yeah, we changed it a lot. And for CodiMD, I mean, because CodiMD is designed for small, like a personal usage, so the permission is easier, simpler. I mean, lesser. But still, you can change. Anyone can edit, sign people, owner. Yeah, like that. So that's so cool.
Yes.
If people want to pick up your node, you don't need to worry because on the top right you can use export user data and it will pack all your markdown to an archive. So you can, like this one, you can extract it, you can look at it. So you don't need to worry that all your documents is stuck in the database. You can export it, and because it's markdown, it's super easy to do that. Yeah.
Does it have some meta information, like about the dates and all these kind of things? Like is this like in the Postgres database? Like when I start building hierarchy like about the documents, for example.
You mean do we have a folder-like things?
Yeah, like.
Currently, we only support tags, but we don't have a folder.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I mean is like if you have a prompt, you have this tag. So look back to history. You have an example right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can select tags. So you can filter by this tag. Let us know folder at the moment.
Okay. So actually, everything is in the one Markdown file, like all the information. Because in the export, it was just like the two files. I would have expected something more, but okay. Good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. So, but as you say, there should be something like a meta there. So you can get some meta here. There's a document for that. You can press the help, and it will show you the more metadata. So you can put something like this at the beginning of your node, like here, this. So you can have a different title. So the title will now be Well Amigos instead of Hi Amigos. Yeah. So the YAML will suppress then the complete inside your node.
Can I also change the URL pattern from like with this? Like.
Yeah, so the URL right now is encoded UUID. That's created by us. And the only way you can change the URL now, one method is changed in your database. But another mode we have is called free URL. That's something we learned from HackMD. So back to your config, and maybe I can look at the documentation. Where's the documentation? if you search for free, here, allow free URL here. If you have this complete,
It has all possible features, it's so cool.
so you're back to here, and you can type, this is our instance URL, right? You can append any, tag that doesn't exist before, like welcome, Amigos. This one, you'll create a node with this URL, so that's why you call free URL. Yeah, and I think you can.
That's nice, because like last year I was working on a prototype, let's just say, I had in the an iframe on the left side was actually Jitsi, because I just have to load the wizard amigo, any string right behind the in the path, and then it just creates this meeting. And on the right side I had Etherpad with the same approach. So that means whenever you visit this unique, it can also be a UUID or something that's really hard to guess. But so I had then this way persistent meeting room with nodes. So so I just wanted to know if this is also possible here, but seems like it is. Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. So you can just make it for any event and page, HackMD, a Jitsi meeting, all in one, and with the name of the URL where you put that page.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, can you do this on HackMD, Max, or this is just now in our own CodiMD instance?
Yeah, so the thing is, if you have this free URL on HackMD, it won't be that safe, the first. And the second is the URL conflict with other users. So on HackMD, what you can use is here, still the share menu here, but there is a permalink you can set up under your username, safe. And you can have this here. So under your username.
So we could create a Wizard Amigo profile and then /meeting or whatever, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The idea was you hang out in all these video calls where you have no interface, where you can actually write and collaborate. And so I just made one iframe, 2/3, which was the video on the right side, was just the thing where you can just directly type notes, and you can find, you can go back to them. But that's the stage where it made it, but it's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. So, any question right here?
Yes. How do I import now? For example, if I run my local CodiMD, how do I import data from my HackMD?
Yeah. So the easiest, if you only want to import one, the easiest way is just drag and drop. And if you have let me show you something else. For example, if I have some HTMLs you want to copy, and you want to convert that HTML to Markdown, you can use this clipboard. You see menu import clipboard. You can paste here, and you will convert to Markdown for you.
Wow.
And that's one of the features. But if you want to import multiple things, we actually have a CLI tool.
So you're parsing the whole HTML to Markdown.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's done by another library called Turndown.
Sweet.
It's called Turndown. Here, yeah, it's very nice, and it's been working for years since we have HackMD. Okay, back to the HackMD CLI. So it's a CLI tool for both HackMD and the CodiMD. So you just need to use npm to install that. I need another window. Yep. It'll take 2 minutes. And also you need to use at least use Node 10 at least 2.
And what is command line interface doing?
So you can do, show you, we have loads commands which you can export, you can show your history, you can import. Yeah, so basically it helps you to alter your files. Yeah, like.
So can you download all your HackMDs from HackMD in one file?
Yes, on HackMD what you can do is easier. I mean, you can just go to your settings and go to notes sections. You can download all notes, just as what I show you on CodiMD for user data. Pack all your notes into a one zip file. Yeah.
Wow. But you can also do it through the CLI, kind of.
Yeah, you can do it by CLI as well. But this is faster. Yeah, you can also import. Exactly. So you can export all your nodes from HackMD and host your CodiMD. And let me show you. I just installed the CLI, and we need to telling the CLI where is your CodiMD. Like this, right? Like this. And so now you have this instance. The next step is we need to log in. So so the CLI will know who you are. So yeah, sometimes you fail because it's too fast. Okay, I've login. So if you don't know who you are now, you can use who am I command.
If you lose your mind, you can always ask, who am I?
Yeah, that happens sometimes, I know. And now you can, that's pretty easy, right? Let me change the directory. So we have those two markdown file we just export from CodiMD. We import that again. So you can use import command. So pretty easy. Import and append your file name. Like here, you see we have 6 nodes, right? We have 6 nodes right here. So we can import CodiMD again. Done. So it will show you the URL. So you have the node. You should have 7. Yeah, we have 7 nodes right now. Okay. That's how you can import from CLI with a single file. But if you want to import multiple files, 2 is too less. Let me show you more. Like we have a lot of nodes in here, right? There are a lot of nodes here. I know it's in Chinese, anyways. We can use, we can create a batch file. We can refer to CodiMD. Just let me show you here. So, according to issue 1564, I have a little batch here.
Okay.
They can help you to iterate the files in your directory and import by the CLI. I mean, like this one. And after you have this batch file, remember to change the running permission to that file. And now you can run the import. Okay, so you just iterate all the file here. We have like 500. That's very lot. That's a lot. But so see that? Yeah, there's a lot of things importing right now.
That's crazy. That's really cool. I mean, it's very, very good user experience. At least watching you.
Yeah. That's because I'm very familiar with this, so.
It's very cool, yeah.
Yeah, we're keeping a lot of things there so we can filter. and filter and yeah. Yeah, basically that's how it works. Do you have any other questions? I'm not going to read all the things here.
How deeply integrated is this with MySQL? Like in the code, do you use MySQL? Do you have a wrapper for MySQL, or do you even write the SQL queries? Like how is that? How deeply integrated is this? Is this like happening everywhere?
You mean how CodiMD work with other databases?
Yeah, especially because we're like working with the Hypercore protocol, and we have a lot of key value stores, or maybe even append-only logs. And there are some ways to add libraries on top that kind of go into like a relational database. But I'm not sure if there's exactly a version that can give you exactly the same features and even interface as Postgres or MySQL.
Okay, so we are using an ORM. We're using ORM library, and we're using SQLite. So if you use SQLite, it will help you to actually can support Postgres, MySQL, Maria, SQLite, and MSQL. But because we are using some special query, so we only recommend for these two, maybe Maria for CodiMD. We previously supported SQLite and MSQL server, but that caused a lot of problems. So currently only two. Yeah. So if you want to support more library, more database, you can try SQLite. Alternatively, I also recommend TypeORM. Yes, because if you are working with TypeScript, that's nicer because you have a stronger type, and you can define entities in your classes. And
not a fan of this one.
Not a fan of this one? Okay.
No. I was actually looking into a couple of projects. One is Micro ORM with K. It was Micro? So, no, with K, not with. So MIK. And the other, it was this Prisma. It's also made in Berlin.
Micro ORM, yeah.
So yeah, everything the same, micro ORM, but without C.
MIK, yeah.
So the problem with TypeORM, it's nice, but it kinda, you end up permitting all the code base. You can't really isolate the entities properly, and it's not that clean. You know, it's a little bit old school in some aspects. I mean, it's nice, it's useful, but I suffered a lot these past months.
I'm trying. I have multiple choice right now because previously using SQLite and there's a lot of potential issues there. We're using for already 5 years, and it changed a lot, and the documentation isn't that clear. But it helped us. I know it helped us, but it also make us into some issues before. So that's why I'm trying to use other libraries for other projects.
Do we have some plans to maybe support SQLite? Because it feels like that's maybe the only embedded database. So you don't need an extra server.
If you are using very lightweight, like you don't really need SQL or queries, there are a lot of options. What I mean is like indexed, index, right? Index DB, and you can save those in local storage. And if you can have a JSON, I also use load database.
Is that supported by CodiMD?
What?
Is that supported by CodiMD?
No, not really.
Just like SQLite, I mean.
We're trying to support SQLite, but I can't ensure that because in our past storage we use SQLite actually, but we're not actively maintain if it's working for SQLite, but only for test cases. So you can try by yourself. I don't know how it will go. I can try right now, but
I mean, that would be cool because like having an embedded database is definitely an interesting, it offers some additional interesting use cases.
I can't. Okay, I need to install that picture first. But yeah, it's a very experiment. Isn't I made a lot of downloads. It's very.
So what would SQLite would be integrated in this process or what already? Like
Yeah.
Okay, I think that might.
Woohoo! I mean, it's impressive. I have to say, how old is HackMD?
6 years.
How did it start? Like, how did you come up with this?
I was inspired by HackPad. I was using HackPad with my classmates at the moment. But you know, I don't like toolbar. To be honest, I don't like toolbar.
Yeah.
It just so that's why I use Markdown. But I was studying information security, and I was using HackPad. So I'm curious about what's the collaborative algorithm and the protocols beneath HackPad. So I'm trying to build my own version with Node.js. I think I only spent 2 days for that, and I showed to our lectures, class lectures, and I got a really good score. Then after Chinese New Year, I decided to open source it and launch it on HackMD, and I also post on Hacker News and the Facebook groups, and it went quite viral because people's first time seeing potential of collaborative Markdown. Not a lot of other similar tools at that time. So, but I still maintain it on the GitHub by myself 1.5 years, and later we have more maintainers on GitHub. Yes, I also met Yukai, one of my colleagues on GitHub. He helped us to introduce Webpack. I have no idea how to bundle resources at the moment. At that time, so it was 2015, and I open source at 2016, and we have a company at Taiwan at 2017, and we have a US entity at 2018. So that's our story.
So you started literally alone as a student working with it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. So if people want to...
Did you ever do like an interview, is there an English interview where you tell like the whole story in detail? I think that's super inspiring. Maybe others can follow the example.
I think I do have an interview, but in Mandarin. I never did interview by others. So you can see the earliest records on the Internet Archive is 2015. Let's go back to that time. Let's look at how it looks like at the moment. At that time, you can see. Yeah, it looks like this one.
Really? Wow, already. Pretty, I mean, yeah. And what, you click new note?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Ah, okay. Yeah, of course, because they would need to have a server also in that.
Exactly.
What are you using for design? I mean, for the UI? What is this?
It's Bootstrap.
Ah, but it still looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's a few CSS framework I know, and let me show you. This is Bootstrap 3. That's relatively old, I know, and I think there is some basic template. So here, I use this one. It looks very similar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
Yes.
Because I changed it from here.
Ah, so you were inspired, like, okay, let's just copy the whole layout so that we don't have to
Yeah.
copy from the best.
Yeah, going on third path. Yeah, so that's the one reason I try open source it, because I learn, I've been helped by the open source community, so I decided to give it back to it. And so yeah, as you see more features, and it's been changing through these years. Yeah.
What's the size of the team?
Currently we have 4. At the most we have 7.
Yeah.
And we recruit 2 or 3 more this year. So we might back to 7. Yeah.
It's really amazing. Does anybody else have any more questions?
I'm good so far. Thank you so much. It was really interesting.
It was quite interesting.
Yes, I want to now run it locally.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. It's running smoothly on SQLite at the moment.
Wow.
Pretty surprising.
I mean, that's super cool because I feel SQLite is something that it's not trivial, but maybe it's possible to use our hypercourse peer-to-peer databases with, or build something that supports SQLite, but I think it would be very difficult to do this with non-embedded databases.
You have
So
crazy, even Croatian language. How did you get Croatian in?
So people contribute on our GitHub. So if you're interested, you can help us do translations. We have lots of issues. I mean, if you search IPFS, it sounds interesting. Yeah, but I have no background knowledge of IPFS, and I have no how to do this. And right, but I think might change to 5 years. After 5 years, so maybe we can do this now. I don't know if we have more time. So if you have a moment, you can help us to organize those issues. I know there's a lot, or maybe just click start. Yeah.
Wow, 7,000 stars. Woohoo! Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I mean, this is really awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Welcome. Happy to share with Amigos.
Where can people follow you personally? If somebody wants to connect to you?
Yeah. If you want to follow me, here is my Twitter.
I already do.
Yeah, I know. It's very welcome if you want to share some new technologies. I'm very interested in them.
But you're also in our Discord, so if somebody wants to ping you there, it's also possible, right?
Exactly. I'm on Discord. I'm pretty busy. I have a lot of hectic weeks, but anyways, you can ping me. If I have time, I will most of the time I will read through those pings, but if I have time, I will reply. I already joined that ecosystem and also the Wizard Amigos, so I think I'm max. Yeah, I'm max.
Max Wu or something, right?
Don't just type who am I.
Can you who am here?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
All right.
That would be cool, yeah. No, I mean, I appreciate your time because who am I? Because I imagine, yeah, you're hacking on all this with like just 4 people. So this is really impressive. So, I mean, we also have this meetup like an hour and now it's around an hour. So if somebody have like some final thoughts to add, otherwise we can wrap it up until the next time.
Okay. Was fun. Thank you. See you around.
Okay.
Sure.
Then let's meet in 2 weeks again, I hope.
Okay, it was nice.
Thank you, Max.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Thank you for
Ciao.
I hope I record it, so I'll share it if I managed.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Keep safe.
You too.
You too.
Bye. Yay. So we're ending our live video too. Thank you everyone who joined and see you next time.